everybody, welcome back to my channel, Canning with Kerstin. Today we are going to be canning whole pickled cherry tomatoes. I have enough right now for 5 pints. Everything that I'm using except for the vinegar and the salt all came out of my garden. Cherry tomatoes came out of the garden, my garlic came out of the garden, fresh basil right from the garden, and same thing with oregano. So everything's gonna be nice and fresh. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna poke some holes in the tomatoes. As they're pickling, it'll incorporate it into the tomatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done and we'll be back in a minute. All right guys, I'm back. I've got all the tomatoes poked, and while I was at it, I did the garlic. It is so sticky and smells so strong. Really good garlic. Super easy to grow too. So I already have the jars heating up. I'll go ahead and pull them out of the canner and start filling them. Okay, so it's time to make the brine. And what that consists of is 5 cups of 5% acidic vinegar, 5 cups of water, and 5 teaspoons of canning salt. Okay, and while that is heating up, while the brine is coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and start packing the hot jars. Well, today you guys get to see the water bath process. I usually pressure can. This time, because it's tomatoes and the brine is made out of vinegar, I get the water bath. All right, there's my 5 pints. Well, I'm gonna take a sprig of oregano, throw it in each jar, the bottoms of the jars, and then I'm going to take the basil, full sprigs as well, and put them in the jar. Trying to do it without touching the jar. Let me get something to hold them down in there. Oh, that basil smells so wonderful. I wish you could smell it. Okay, then we're going to take the cloves of garlic and throw them in there as well. And I'll put a little extra. Okay, that is coming to a boil. Now I have to get my canning water to come up to a boil. So then we're just going to take the tomatoes and we're going to throw them in the jar. I mean, super simple. And these, once they go into the canner, they will boil for either 15 or 20 minutes. I think it's 20 minutes. Pop them out, let them cool, and it'll take 2 to 4 weeks for them to completely be ready to consume. And you can eat these in anything, any kind of dish that you're making. You can pull them out, throw them on a salad, whatever it is. But you can use them for anything. And another reason to poke them is so then when they're going through the heating up process, they won't explode. So they'll stay whole better. But the main purpose for this was to get the brine into the center of the tomatoes. Just gonna kind of squeeze them in there a little. Without over squeezing. There we go. Now it's time to wipe off the rims of the jars. Not yet. Not yet. Have to add the brine. Right now I'm just making sure that the salt gets dissolved. At least as much as possible. And I'll shut that off. And I'm going to start filling. Okay, now I'm gonna wipe off the rims. And the next thing is going to be the lids and the rings. And as always, you're just going to put these on so that they're finger tight. You don't want them super tight because then as they're processing, the lids can tend to buckle and then you're not getting a seal. Don't they look beautiful? Now we're going to put them in the canner. And really the only requirement for these is that they're, well, I'm staying straight up, but then the water has to be about an inch above the lids. The jars are done. So now it's time to take them out of the canner. Yeah, look at those. They look really, really good. I've never done these before, so this was a first for me, and you guys got to watch it. But they look amazing. Now they'll sit for 12 hours, and then I will check the seal, make sure that they are sealed. And if they are, then I will store them in a cool, dry place and wait 2 to 4 weeks before we pop a jar open. I mean, it'll probably be longer than that, knowing me. But at least I'll have them there, and then in the meantime, I'll have a ton more tomatoes. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you're new here, please like and subscribe to my channel, especially if you've enjoyed this video. But until next time, thank you for watching.